'Cause ever since the first time you opened up my world, I just can't see.
Ooh, got some nice raspberries and dark chocolate and complimentary tickets to the, well, complimentary cocktails at the Bookmarks Lounge on the rooftop. Woo!
Need you to wake me up. Imagination is chasing after innocent love, but I've been wasting so much time living on cloud nine. Am I the only one who dreamed this up? And I've been standing on the sidelines, waiting till the time's right to make you mine. 'Cause ever since the first time.
Hey y'all, welcome to New York, welcome to New York. Is that the song? Is that how it goes? I have no idea. So anyway, yes, I am in New York City. I made it. Looks like we made it. And yes, I am so relieved to be here. I had a wild night. I had a pretty great night. I met up with my friend Kathleen, who moved out here about a year ago, and I haven't seen her in person in a year, so it's been really fun to catch up with her. But I wanted to give you kind of a rundown of how the day went. So left Cincinnati and flew into JFK, and then the thing I was most nervous about was the train system and figuring out the subway and getting from the place to place, mainly just to my hotel, because I planned to just walk everywhere else and not have to worry about figuring out trains. And yes, I found out that yes, I do have such troubles and struggles figuring out a new public transit system. And yeah, there was some nice people that helped me out, some of the folks that worked at the train station, and then people I'd asked that looked like they knew what they were doing. And so it took me longer than it should have to get from the airport to my hotel, but I made it. So reason I didn't give you a rundown when I got to the hotel was because I had to go from the hotel and like clean up, change, get ready to meet up with my friend at Oscar Wilde, which is a really cool restaurant, really neat and very cool themed. And then we went from there to go see Aladdin. Woo! One of the things I wanted to do while I was here was see a Broadway show. So I had initially had bought tickets ahead of time and was just like, okay, we're gonna go see Aladdin, cool. But my friend had mentioned that there's like this lottery system that you like enter the day before, and then at the end of the day they like say like, oh, you won, and these are basically tickets that didn't sell, or they're resale tickets or something, and they're a lot cheaper because they want a full house, obviously, for the performers to be able to perform well and have a lot of energy to do the whole performance. So I won. So I was able to return my other tickets, which were like way up high in the balcony and more expensive, and got cheaper tickets at the lottery on the mezzanine or like the second floor. So I shot I couldn't shoot the whole performance at all because that's not allowed, but I shot a little bit of what our seat and view look like, and then a little bit of the like the encore and the applause at the end for the performers. So yes, it was incredible. The pyrotechnics, the music, the dancing, the costumes, everything was amazing. And then I came back and noticed that I have access to this amazing robe. Boob shot, sorry. So these robes came in the closet of the library hotel. So I am sitting in this until it's time for me to take a shower because I wanted to see how comfortable they are, and they are very comfortable. I had told my friend that like as soon as I saw them, I'm like, oh my gosh, this reminds me of Gilmore Girls when Lorelai and Emily go to like the spa for like a night away and they end up stealing the robes. I'm not going to do that, but now I know what it feels like because I've never been in a hotel that had robes before, so yay, look at me. So I'm at the library hotel. So this is at the junction corner of Madison and 42nd Street. So this I had found out about because like obviously it's a bookish thing. I'm all for it. I love themed things, especially if they're book related, and this hotel so far has been fantastic. So I have worked with them for like a promotion kind of thing, so I am able to talk to you all about the experience and be able to experience different things as part of the hotel and being a guest here. So here is the romance room, the romance languages room, I should say. Each floor is dedicated to a different like genre or like Dewey Decimal System of what you would find in a library. So this is the 4th floor, and 400s are known as like the languages when you're thinking about like Dewey Decimals. So this is the romance language section or room. And as you've seen, there are books up here that I can take out. I might take out a few and look at them and just peruse. Not really one that I had perused in the past, but I wanted to stretch myself. But I love learning different languages, and I thought this would be a pretty cool one to explore a little bit. So anyway, each floor is dedicated to that, and then there's also a reading room I'm going to probably check out sometime tomorrow, because right now I'm going to shower and read in bed, and yes, because I have to get up early and go to the gym tomorrow morning and then do some other stuff. I'll get to that later. But yeah, I will want to check out the reading room, and then they were so sweet. I get complimentary tickets to, or cocktail tickets to the Bookmarks Lounge, which is like their, I think it's their rooftop bar upstairs. Oh, I didn't realize on the back they have like this really cool graphic. So I hope I kind of want to keep this as like a postcard, but I don't know if I'll be able to, because it's like, no, you have to exchange this for a drink. So that's kind of cool. So my friend and I are probably gonna go there tomorrow night after she's done with work and grab a drink. And I think it comes with every 2 drinks you get like a cheese board, which I'm like, yes, books, cocktails, cheese board, here for it, love it. So yeah, I'm excited to check that out. And then I'm not sure, they do have a restaurant attached called Madison and Vine. I'm not sure if I will partake in that, because I want to experience other type of like New York food, like bagels, pizza, like the typical things you think of when you think of New York City. And yeah, it'll depend. That might be on my way home, might be like a quick lunch as I'm like checking out of the hotel or something. So yes, that is the breakdown of the hotel so far, the room. I'll probably have some more little tidbits here or there. I will say, if you do want to book a stay at the library hotel, feel free to use the discount code BOOKWORM, BOOKWORM, at checkout, and that will give you a discount for staying at the hotel. So yay, that is my promo code. Feel free to use that, and I'll link it in the description below so you can use that the next time you're in New York City. So yay. And yes, other than that, so plans for tomorrow. So go to the gym or go for a run. I really want to run through Central Park, but I'm also going to be going through Central Park to get to the Metropolitan Museum of Art tomorrow, which I'm super excited about. I didn't realize, oh, that's there. If you can hear that, sorry. I didn't realize the Met Gala was like a couple days ago, and I didn't realize like when they have that, it's like introducing a new exhibit or part of the museum. So this gala was themed to the Gilded Age, because there is a fashion installment like around the Gilded Age that's just been installed. So I'm like, oh, I had no idea that they were connected at all. I thought it was just a party that the Met threw every year to get like donations. I have no idea. So yeah, so I'm going to be going there, and then I'm going to be using like audio guides. I won't be able to film while I'm in there, so I will probably just film the outside of the building. And then I'm super bummed. Actually, I don't want to give you too much of what I wanted to see. I'll just give you that. And then there's a place I'm going to go that is from one of my favorite movies, and I'll explain why I'm bummed. And then I do have some work I need to do. I'm going to meet with a friend for lunch, or a colleague that I've never met in person since my job is fully remote, and she lives in the city and works remotely in the city for the same company as me. So we might meet up for lunch, and then hit up a few bookstores and the rooftop bar. So I basically just gave you everything what I'm doing besides the movie locations. But you shall see soon, and I'll explain why later. But yeah, anyway, it's been pretty fun so far. Kind of stressful, like I said, during the figuring out the transit system, but once I like got out and walking, like the system my friend was telling me is a grid, and it's easy to pick up the numbers going one way, like north south, or like the street numbers, and then I guess east west perpendicular to that are avenues. So I never realized that. Why would I don't live here, but I get now when people are saying that with films and TV shows that are set in New York City, that is what they are. I guess I understand what they're saying. It's also funny because I'm like, oh, Home Alone, the land of Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Like, I remember people saying that it was very unrealistic for Kevin to run all those places throughout the day or the night as he was setting up traps and like getting from one place to the other. So I'm like wondering, I walked probably like 2 miles today, and I hit Times Square, like the theater district, and then down to, what street were we on? 27th Street, I think is how far I walked, and we're on 42, so 15 blocks, but they were short blocks, I think. I don't know. I will get this down, or at least this area down pat. Anyway, yes, I think I'm gonna go shower, and I will talk to you all in the morning. Welcome to New York. Welcome to the Library Hotel.
I just can't seem to close my eyes and sleep. I'm locked inside this daydream. Don't need any saving, but
Hey y'all, I am back. Happy Thursday is Cinco de Mayo. If you celebrate that, happy Cinco de Mayo, happy May 5th. And yes, welcome back to this vlog all about New York City. So apologies, I'm laying down because I just walked so much. It's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I have to jump on a work call in a little bit, and then that's the only work I really have to do at least today. And then I work a little bit tomorrow morning before I take another train ride up to my office, and then yeah, anyway, today, so I woke up. Oh, first I should say this bed is super comfortable. I slept amazing, and I was very nervous about like city sounds of like sirens and honking and people yelling, and watch, I'm gonna jinx myself. I still have 2 more nights left to stay here, but I slept so restful, so peaceful. It was amazing. Anyway, yeah, it was very restful and relaxing, and such a deep, wonderful sleep. This is such a comfortable bed. The pillows are so nice. Yeah, anyway, I got up this morning and went for a 4-mile run through Central Park. So it took me about a mile to get to the park, which wasn't too bad because it was early enough where there wasn't a lot of foot or vehicle traffic. So it was really nice to get up there. And then once I was there, I'm like, this is a whole new world. Pun from yesterday, seeing Aladdin. Anyway, I loved running there, and I'm like, I don't think I would get bored running in here. A lot of the routes I do back home, I know them so well, and like there's not really much you can do to change it or like deviate from them. So I get kind of bored, but here I loved like every twist and turn and like different paths you can take and little like gravel paths and paved paths and everything. So it was really nice. So sad that I only could do 4 today because like 2 of the miles was getting to and from the park, and then I did 2 within the park. But my friend was saying that it's a 4-mile loop around the whole park. So maybe that's, I don't know, it's gonna be tricky the next few days, especially since I walk so much. My legs probably won't be able to take running to the park and doing even more than I did. Maybe I'll choose a different route if I go tomorrow morning, but that was super fun. And then I came back, showered, did a little bit of work on my laptop, and then headed to this bagel place called Bagel Market. And oh my gosh, this puts every other bagel and like bagel egg sandwich to shame. It was so good. My normal order for egg sandwiches are egg white, cheddar cheese, and everything bagel toasted. Oh, it was so good. So good. I'm like, wow, I can't go back to any other bagel after this. So that was great. I'm gonna try another bagel place tomorrow and like compare. I'm sure it's gonna be fantastic anyway. So that was a win. And then from there I walked back up to Central Park to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and that was incredible. I didn't realize, or I underestimated how much time it would take me in the museum. Like, I knew it was big, and like each piece you don't have to like stop and read the description and everything, but I had like an audio guide with me, so I had my headphones in, my wireless headphones, and then like when you go up to a certain piece, there's like a number associated with it, so you type the number into your phone on their website, and then it plays like a 2-minute clip. So I did that like several times, and I started in the Roman and I think it's Roman and Greek section. That's like right when you get in, at least the entrance that I was entering in. And yeah, so I got there right at 10 when it opened at 10, and I was there for 2 hours and didn't even hit everything. I hit all of the first floor and like the ground floor, because that included some Danish artists and paintings, and then I went up to the second and third floors a little bit to see modern and contemporary, so that included Pissarro, Cézanne, Monet, and Rodin. So, I somehow missed Van Gogh. I don't know how that happened, but my justification is I will see the immersive experience in Cincinnati this summer. So that I'm like, okay, I will see Van Gogh in all of its glory then. But, oh my gosh. So anyway, it was such an incredible experience. And being a former, well, I graduated as an art history major, so like former still whatever, I loved seeing this artwork. I could spend hours, days there. Like, I couldn't even see everything. So yeah, I enjoyed my experience there. I went to the gift shop. I thought about getting a tote bag. It just says like the Met on it, so it's super simple, minimalist, my favorite. But I was like, oh, do I need another tote bag? And it costs like, I think $25 to $30, and I'm trying to be good on this trip since like being in the city, everything's a little bit more expensive. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hold off, and then hopefully I can come back here again and like visit the Met again and explore other exhibits that I didn't get to see. So yeah, so I saw the Roman and Greek, like the statues, I was really impressed with. Like, I didn't realize I'd be that taken with like statues and marbles and carvings and everything, so that was pretty cool. And then I went to the Egyptian section, which I took a few Egyptian art history classes in college and loved it. And like, I don't remember how to read oh my gosh, what is their form? I don't remember how to read hieroglyphs. We were taught like basic like translations of them, but it was cool to see all of those, and like the different pharaohs, and like the distinctions of the different headdresses they wore, so that was pretty cool. Where else did I go? I went to the medieval art and Renaissance, and then some decorative pieces, like European decorative rooms, another sculpture like court, which I thought was really cool. It gave me a lot of Pride and Prejudice vibes, like when Lizzie is visiting Pemberley for the first time and like walks through like the art there. So that I thought was kind of funny. Okay, and then where else did I go in there? There was just so much to take in. I loved it, and it's so cool just to see, like, wow, this is somebody's job. That was like what I wanted to do, was be like a curator or restore art pieces. And I'm like, this is so cool, the amount of detail and like the research that is done for each of these pieces is just amazing. I wish I could do more with that. And I thought about like, wow, I should probably go back and review some of my favorite artists, my time periods. I loved Renaissance and Baroque. Those are my favorites. But like the modern art was like amazing as well. So yeah, so did that for 2 hours. Holy cow, that was so much to take in, but amazing. And then, I walked, I had prefaced yesterday saying that, like, oh, like, something from a film, we'll see. So I went to Cafe Lalo, which is from You've Got Mail. It's where Joe Fox and Kathleen Kelly are supposed to meet up for their blind date, because they've been chatting on the chat room. They decided to meet, and that's where they decided to start. And then Kathleen Kelly got there first with Pride and Prejudice and a flower, and Joe Fox shows up with his friend and like looks in and sees that it's Kathleen, who is like they're like arch enemies when it comes to like the book world. So I was so upset because it's closed for renovations. I was like, okay, like even if it's closed, I'd love to get like a picture of the outside, or like just to say that I was there, or like some kind of designation, but it was such, like, not in disarray, but it had like scaffolding and like ladders and stuff everywhere, so I was like a little disappointed. So I got some footage, but I guess I need to come back. I was like, no, the one time I come and it's closed. I think it's gonna be open in June is what I saw. So yeah, so then I walked back from like 2.5 miles like through the park, which was cool. There was people like boating on, I guess it's a river through the park, I don't know, some body of water in the park, and there were street artists and like lots of people like selling like goods and stuff along, I think it's called the mall in Central Park, so that was cool. And then I went to get lunch at this place called Beatnik. My brother and sister-in-law had told me about it because it's a vegan, 100% vegan restaurant in town, and it's just like it's like a made-to-order kind of thing. So I got this really good like Tex-Mex taco salad with vegan chorizo and vegan crema. Oh, I really want to make that myself. That was amazing and so filling. Loved it. And then I walked to the Morgan Library and Museum. So that, I'm like, oh, I didn't realize that was also a ticketed place. It makes sense. But because I'm reading The Personal Librarian, I wanted to make a special stop there. And I'm like, oh, darn. Now that I haven't finished the book yet, but the more I'm reading the story, I'm like, I want to see all of these pieces that Bell is acquiring for J.P. Morgan, which that is his library. That is like his, not life's work, but it's pretty impressive, the collection he has. So I want to see like all the things there. I'm like, oh, I read about this this piece that she won at an auction, and like things, art dealers and all that. So I just took a picture in front of it with like the book. And now I am back here, and then I think my feet hurt. I've walked or combined with my running, I think I've done 14 miles, so a half marathon. Again, the second weekend in a row, third in the last month and a half. But yeah, it was good. It was nice to walk around and just experience the city that way and not get lost and stressed on the train like I did yesterday. So yes, that is the update. Sorry I'm like in this position. But it's so comfortable. But I gotta get up and do some more work, and then I'm gonna hit up, I think, 2 bookstores. We'll see how my feet feel. 2 bookstores, and then probably get some drinks up at the rooftop bar at the top of Library Hotel. So it's called Bookmarks, and I will probably meet my friend up there, or if she's not able to come, I'll just chill and read up there, go to the reading room and do some reading in there. I just want this night to be a little bit more chill, since tomorrow, well, I guess I've been like going since I've gotten here, and tomorrow will be work the first half of the day, and then traveling up to my office to see my colleagues for a get together that we're doing. So yeah, anyway, that is the update. I hope you're enjoying seeing New York, and yeah, it's been great. Thanks for all your recommendations. I know clearly you can't right now as you're watching this, because I've already been here and gone by the time you're watching this, but thanks for folks that had reached out and shared. I think a while ago I posted like, I'm going to New York, let me know what to check out. So I've checked out a few of those places, and have a couple more on my list, like bookstore related, and I think the Morgan Library was on there too. So thanks for the recs.
When I fall asleep, I'm dreaming that you think of me. But if you're just too cool, I won't be a fool. Oh, when I fall asleep, I'm dreaming that you think of me. But if you're just too cool, I won't be a fool. Ever since the first time endlessly. Girl, won't you wake me up? I hope you're thinking of me. Oh, won't you wake me? Oh, won't you wake me up? When you're not here, the sun don't shine. When you're not near, I don't feel like I do when you're with me. It felt like suddenly our souls collided, hearts entwined. When I decided to make you mine, I'm never going back. I know that's a fact, but how do I know if it's love that I'm speaking of? This is love if I'm making you breakfast. This is love if I feel myself coming down when you're not around. This is love if I think I've gone crazy. This is love if it seems I don't care at all. That your love hit me like a cannonball. I used to worry about my options, worry about my options. Yeah, I used to think too much. I think too much, but with you I forget my worries. Behind me they can't touch me now. Yeah, that's how. How do I know if it's love that I'm speaking of?